Hey audience. Okay, so you might have heard about this lady named Tikibomber. Just recently, Angry MGTOW did a quick cover on her for about 5 minutes, but I just left a big post on there. Basically, what I want to explain to this lady, real quick, is that issues regarding MGTOW are not your business. No one cares what you think. You have to understand. The more you talk about MGTOW, the more you think you have a voice in MGTOW, the more frustrating it is because at this point it's like you're just so envious of it. You want to be a part of a momentum of a movement. You want to comment on it and be engaged with it to the point where you're just piggybacking off of it. And it's like, get out of here, go away. You don't have a valid voice here. You have no say in what goes on in MGTOW. We don't care what you have to say. I can't stop you from saying stupid things, but you're gonna be stupid. It's just law of nature, I guess. People, it's just a force I have to deal with. Here's the thing that I think that you're forgetting about. Okay, you took 10 minutes to explain something that takes about 30 seconds to mansplain for you. So I'm gonna frickin' mansplain it. Okay, what it is you have someone that doesn't like that teal deer. Okay, let me start this over. You have someone in their perception of teal deer that doesn't like, in their perception, that teal deer is taking the momentum of MGTOW that it's starting to build, gets his fame, gets everything going, piggybacks off of it, uses certain things about MGTOW to boost his agenda, to boost his voice, and to get himself out there, and then says, well, I'm not MGTOW, I have nothing to do with it. Okay, so it's like disowning it. It's like disowning it. Okay, for example, see, I'm an atheist. I put this in my comment, but let's say, okay, I'm an atheist, which I am. I go to church. I decide to become a pastor. I become a preacher. I'm there doing sermons, Bible thumping, and telling them what to do. Then, when I've got all of them listening to me, and I've got the momentum of the religion to help boost me, make my money, or make me famous, I turn around and say, by the way, I'm atheist. I don't like Christianity. And by the way, you guys should live this way and that way. So just saying, you know? Obviously, I would get so much flack, so much blowback from the media, from all these different other churches and such that would just come at me tooth and nail because I've used their religion and their momentum and their trust to push my own value system and then tell them what their value system should be, right? And then when brought under scrutiny, I go, oh, but I'm not a Christian. If anybody were to sit down with me and say, well, Mr. MGTOW Jesus, you seem to have, you want your church to do this and do that. I don't know, gay marriage. I don't care. Just think, just humor me. Then I'd say, well, yes, of course, that's what I want. I want us to start eating babies and something crazy, right? That goes completely out the door. Well, eating babies is in the Bible. Something that the Bible wouldn't condone, which leaves us with living in peace completely. I'll figure it out later. The point is, if I said something that doesn't go with what the church would want, and then I say, this is what the church wants, and then they go, oh my gosh, and I get flack from the other end saying, against Christians, we'll say I get flack from atheists or Muslims or something coming at me and attacking my religion, then I go, whoa, 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 I'm not Christian. No, 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 I'm not Christian. Yeah, I have a church. Yeah, I preach. Yeah, I tell people how to live their lives. And yeah, I use it to make money and all this kind of stuff. But I'm not a Christian. No, no. And do you think I should just walk away from? Yeah, I get to just walk away? No harm, no foul? Or I'll have someone like you come along and be like, it happens all the time. People cherry pick and stuff too. So, it's not like this isn't a common thing. You're right. It's not a common thing. It's rampant and it's irritating and it's intellectually dishonest. And it's people like yourself that are so quick to defend the most ridiculous thing because something that someone said didn't quite come across the right way to you. But here's the thing. The fact that I'm even taking a few moments of my time out of my busy day to bother with addressing you is already damage enough. I don't care. I don't care about you. I don't care about Alexandra Blue. I don't want you here. You're not invited. You're not invited to MGTOW. It's men going their own way. If you want to be a woman, going your own way, then just go about your life, because you can choose to pursue your dreams, you can choose to marry, you can choose to have children and not be married, you can choose to do whatever the fuck you want. If you want to destroy a man's life, you have more power to you. Society will help you. If you want to live a full life where you work in charity, be freaking Mother Teresa if that's what you want. Guess what? The world is women going their own way, because men will just do whatever the woman wants and needs in order for her to achieve her goal and dream. But if men step out of that and say, no, 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 we're going to focus on ourselves for right now, okay? We're going to do our thing. Well, then people like you show up. Oh, no, I'm not coming back to the plantation for you. Okay? I'm not coming back to that kind of doublethink, that kind of oppressive, just disdain. Who are you to think that you can tell MGTOW what to think and say and do? That's the reason why we walked away from you guys in the first place, because you have the audacity to think you're entitled to tell people what they should think. Now, you can have whatever opinion you want about MGTOW, and I can't stop you from saying stupid shit, like I've said before. But you're gonna anyway. But just know this going into it, we don't care what you think. You won't get validation from us. You're not going to get momentum from feminism to help your courageous crusade against MGTOW. Sorry, you're not pretty enough for feminism to give a shit. And what I mean by that, I'm not attacking you, I'm attacking feminism. Because if they actually wanted to help you in your fight against MGTOW, well, you'd have to look like Solkovich. Okay? You'd have to be a complete fucking known liar and have to be completely full of shit and be trying to destroy a person's life. And then if you're pretty enough that you fit their victim narrative of the sweet, pretty, dainty girl that needs our help, well, feminism will come to your aid. But if you're a woman of, more average looks, and your fight is against something that that doesn't necessarily support them because they're losing against us, so they want to stay as far away from us as possible, you're not going to get any support. So whatever your agenda is, whatever momentum you're trying to gain, be it from us talking to you or feminists listening to you or other MGTOW talking about what you're talking about, I'm just letting you know right now, it's going to fall short. You're not going to get much. You might get a quick little rush from it. You might get a few extra views. But no, other than that, you're pretty much already done. You're shut down. And this whole gangster talking about the MGTOW mafia comes after Teal Deer. I only know of one or two people, one or two channels that have really addressed anything Teal Deer said. And unfortunately, on my side of things, I must have missed the video that they're all talking about, because I haven't heard anything from Teal Deer that has really kind of set me off. I think that some people are more extreme about the philosophy of MGTOW, and I think that they're looking for absolute purity when it comes to MGTOW. Here's the thing: when you have a leaderless movement, much like Anonymous or whatever, or Occupy Wall Street, when you have a leaderless movement, anybody can say what they want about its intentions. As a person, you have to understand that if you decide to identify with a movement or identify with an ideology, that you're going to have different types of people. The more extreme, the more conservative, and the moderate. And just understand that going into it. So there are things that I like that Teal Deer has said, and there are things that Teal Deer has said that maybe I don't like. There's things that Angry MGTOW have said that I find a little too crass. Maybe he could have said it better, But this is not a hit on Angry MGTOW. I love the guy. It's just sometimes there's things that he says in his video that, I better turn the volume down because it sounds a little crass. Just a little quick to the point, and sometimes that's not translating well enough. Now, that's because I'm more moderate, okay? I'm not super conservative, afraid to offend, but I'm also not just a blatant disregard for anybody. Because what I want out of the MGTOW, what I want to help people with through MGTOW, is helping them find the understanding and clarity. Because if they understand our way of doing things, they understand our ideology and our philosophy, and then understand how we reached it, how he came to this conclusion, you know what? Through understanding, they could make the educated decision to walk away from it or perhaps support it. Okay? But that's not your place. That's not your thing. This is not your movement. This is not for you to piggyback off of. You're not invited. Go away. Thank you, everyone, for your time. Have a great day.